Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be revamping my BARD guide I made earlier. We're still sticking to a solo guide for BARD, although I have been going into a lot of trios with BARDs and also duos. But here, I'm revamping my build. BARD has underwent a lot of nerfs, just a lot of changes, and a lot of the stuff I said in my previous video doesn't hold up anymore. So we're taking a look back on it, and I'm going to show you a new build, which works really well in the Goblin Caves. So to start with, don't mind the name. My BARD is only level 13 as of right now, so I don't have the full build actually made, but I know it all, so I'm going to walk you through it now. So to start with, in the class tree, the perks you're going to be taking are, in this order by the way, if you have to, I'll swap these around. In this order, right, so pick these up as I go. So you're going to want Charismatic Performance, Superior Dexterity, Lore Mastery, and then you're going to be taking War Song, right? Now, essentially the reason why you're doing this is Charismatic Performance, although heavily nerfed from what it used to be, still lets you cast songs faster, and the whole premise of this build is speed, getting your buffs off, and then destroying enemies. So Charismatic Performance is still a must-have, even though it's been nerfed into the ground. Superior Dexterity, it just helps you get your buffs off quicker. Switching from your flute after a song to your falcon is just a lot better with this. Also, you're going to see that we're running a crossbow for long-range engagements. This just helps switching from the crossbow instrument to a crossbow, or from your sword to a crossbow, or crossbow to your sword, that kind of thing. Lore Mastery here, again, speed is key with this build. This is just going to help you loot through the dungeon at blazing speeds. If you're chasing an enemy, they shut a door, you can get that thing open really quickly with this. It just has a lot of uses, so, you know, take it. There's not much else you could take. You could make an argument for, like, Dancing Feet or Storyteller, but I don't know, but I personally, Lore Mastery is the way to go. Level 15, we're taking War Song. War Song is simply, if the performance is successful, you increase nearby allies, or yourself in this case, weapon attack power by 3 for 6 seconds. Now, generally, the rotation for BARD is still the same. Once you've got all your buffs on, you're casting, what's it called, sorry? Shriek of Weakness. You're casting Shriek of Weakness, and then you're going with your sword, right? So, Shriek of Weakness, and then for 6 seconds after that, you're going to be doing another 3 attack power, which is just a helpful little buff, right? It's like, why not, you know what I'm saying? Going into the music, these are the spell wheels we're taking. Of course, double spell wheel as always with BARD, but I've actually opted for Aria of Alacrity this time. Last time, in my previous guide, I said bringing loot was basically pointless. I actually have kind of fallen in love with Aria of Alacrity, so I've changed my mind on that, even though it hasn't received many changes. It just, like I said, speed's key. This is helping you out with that, right? I have them on this little rotation for a few reasons. These are all your big buffs, except from Tranquility. You could do this, but the lute and the flute are on the right-hand side by default, and the drum and the lyre are on the left-hand side by default, so I just run it like this. You can put this in any order you want that feels comfortable for you, but this is what I run. So, we're going to run through why I take each of these spells. Beat of Alacrity, it's required, it's one of the 1/22 buffs, you just need to have this on you at all times. Harmonic Shield, same thing, huge buff. Ballad of Courage, extra attack power, why not? It's another buff. Rousing Rhythms, just another buff. It says 30 seconds, it's still 120 seconds. I don't know how they haven't changed that yet, but they haven't. Tranquility, it's just a heal, right? It heals all your recoverable HP, makes bandages basically pointless, because it just outpaces them. Very good ability. Especially with the recent recoverable HP buffs, they actually changed it, so now 65% of your HP is turned into recoverable health, so that just makes Tranquility even more strong. Alacrity, 50% action speed. Action speed is basically how fast you interact with stuff, although I feel like it's also attack speed. I could be wrong, but it definitely feels like attack speed when you're using this thing, so I don't know. Basically just run it. Allegro, action speed and spellcasting speed. This is insane. If you have this on you, this is attack speed, right? So you have this on you, you will just swing your falcon like a madman, especially with Alacrity paired with it. Accelerando is just movement speed, right? What I like to do is if I know an enemy is on the other side of a door, I'll try and Shriek of Weakness them through the door, because it goes through walls, all BARD songs do. I try and do that through the door, then Allegro, Accelerando, open the door, and then just charge at them at blazing speeds, and there's nothing they can do about it. We have Shriek of Weakness, as I said, required. It basically is your major combat buff. Without it, BARD becomes extremely weak, so it is sort of required. And Unchained Harmony. This is just for looting, right? Like, you could switch it out with something else if you really wanted to, but nothing else is supremely useful, and this just helps you open up those golden chests, those Lionheart chests that you just need to get through, see if they got any good gear on them. Now, I'm going to go back to Charismatic Performance. In my previous BARD guide, I put up a spreadsheet list of all the BARD songs and the timings and how many notes you could skip with Charismatic Performance. They nerfed it into the ground, and now you can only skip 1 or 2 notes, whereas before it was like 3 or 4. So I'm going to put up a new spreadsheet now, and it's just going to tell you basically all the new notes for the songs. Feel free to pause the video at this point if you want to, and you can just have a look at all the new song times. But yeah, it's nerfed into the ground. Try and memorize this as best as you can. It's just basically now, most songs you could skip 1 note, some songs you could skip 2 notes. That's basically the way to remember it. If it's a really long song, usually 2 notes. So things like Harmonic Shield, that's 2 notes. But shorter things like Beat of Alacrity, 1 note, as you see on the screen. Now, the stat priority, I'm going to say, with the recent buffs to stats, they changed how stats work. Basically, you just want to... Oh, my bad. With the recent changes to stats, they made it so that now items can have +3 all attributes on them, which is essentially best for pretty much every class. You'll see I'm rocking weapon damage, not bad, but all attributes is basically what you're looking for. You're looking for as much as all attributes as you can. This is not really good gear, but physical damage, all attributes, that's what you're aiming for. So just weapon damage, all attributes, that kind of thing. Anything that increases your melee speed, your movement speed, that kind of thing. But yeah, all attributes, best stat in the game by far. So just be stacking this as much as you can, right? Now again, as I said, the instruments are placed like this: drum, lyre, lute, flute. By default, when you first create a bard, right? So I built my spell wheel around that. I think my spell wheel works really well for how it's positioned, but it's up to you to move it around if you really want to. It doesn't make an actual difference to the build, just what you're comfortable on. Now the crossbow is a big part. It works really well with the new Superior Dex 70 we're running, but headshots of crossbows do an insane amount of damage. You could do a lot of damage with this. With your other stuff, you reload it really quickly, and generally it's just a really good weapon to bring, so I would recommend always taking crossbow with you. You never know when it's going to be useful. You only need about 15 bolts, you're taking up 2 spaces of your inventory. It's not a big deal, right? And I heard they're adding quivers at some point, so... I have been mining my bard because of how quick it is, with Lore Mastery, with Area of Alacrity. I've just been mining on my bard, been getting some money from that, but you know, you don't need to do that, you can just go around killing people. But so now, we're going to do what I always do. We're going to get into some clips of me playing bard. We're going to look through them. I'm going to just narrate kind of what I'm doing, tell you why I'm doing it, and then you'll see sort of just the gist of it. So I'm going to show you something here which I don't normally do. I'm going to show you just me buffing up, right? And show you why I find this build so fun. And basically, you buff up super quickly with this build, right? Especially if you've got Area of Alacrity on, which I don't do here because I'm not fully used to the build yet. But Area of Alacrity does make you cast your other songs faster, so put that on first if you can. You'll see, whip out the flute, boom, falcon, 1, 2, dead, right? Huge. That's the mummy, right? So we skip forward a bit right here. You'll see I literally am just rocketing through. See this guy, pressure him straight into that goblin here, right? So we'll actually go back here. So you can see a bit further. I hear him, so I immediately pull up on him, right? I've got all my buffs on me, that's important, make sure you do. He gets pressured straight away, he runs away, so I just deal with the mobs, right? I don't want him to just come and try and fight me while I got these guys on me. But you just mow through mobs if you've got a good falcon with this build, right? By the way, I just put this out here. You destroy these things if you put Shriek of Weakness on them and you have all buffs. You will just destroy these millipede bosses, so you can quickly get the loot from those. Luckily I didn't, unluckily I didn't get anything really good right there. So right here, you're going to see exactly why I love the build. I'm fully buffed up, right? I hear, on my right, some footsteps. Pull up the flute straight away. See this guy, Shriek of Weakness, right? Pull up, 1 tap. Sure, the guy was naked, right? But just boom, gone instantly, right? Guy didn't have anything on him, but it just goes to show how much damage you still do with this build. It's still crazy strong. So this guy here, I see this naked skeleton over here. Another wizard here. Keep in mind, wizard is basically Bard's counter at the moment because of the less armor resistance you get. You get less magic resistance from Harmonic Shield. So be wary about wizards, right? Try and engage them at a range they can't deal with your crossbow. Here, I just go in with this bottom wizard here, shriek a weakness on him. I see he immediately turns and runs. He jumps down, messes up here, so I'm able to get in front of him, get a strike on him, he turns around, and I finish him off with a second strike. Boom, 2-hit, right? You're going to be 2-hitting most people with this build because of how strong it is. I'm going to show you exactly here why you need to be careful about wizards, right? That naked wizard I saw earlier sitting down, right? Pull up here, I'm thinking naked wizards, no problem, right? Hear him go invis, so I immediately pull back, right? Shriek a weakness to try and just get him. You can hit him with that while he's invis. He pulls up here, look at this. One zap. Dude, that's like 20% my health, right? He hits me again. Boom. Another 20% health. Hits me again. Boom. Like, that's an insane amount of damage. So I pressure him at the door here. I know if he opens his door, I will one-tap him, right? So he doesn't. He pulls away, and I end up healing up to full health. But be careful about wizards. They do an insane amount of damage. Just about as much as we do. So, like, be careful. I found this pretty hilarious. I clear out this room, right? I get the life shrine, turn the corner here, and I fight this goblin. I fight it comes out of nowhere, right? Shriek a witness, turn around with the falcon, dead. Just like that. The 2-hit combo, they're just gone. It works every time, bro, I'm telling you. You do so much damage. Right here, I've got a 41 damage blue falcon. No real stats on it at all, right? Just 41 weapon damage. But it goes insane with Bard's abilities. So this has been mining. As I said, mining speeds real quick, as you can see here. I don't have Allegro on. If you Allegro, it's going to be even faster. But it's just so good, right? You can just mine super quickly, get tons of ores, and you're basically safe, because if you hear anyone coming up on you, pull it out, shriek a weakness, and it's over. Now this was a bit cruel, but I turn the corner here, I hear some feet pattering, see the ranger. Now this guy did want a team, but I knew it was a bit late into the game at this point. This guy, I'm betting he wanted a team, right? Because he's a ranger at this distance. He's a bard running towards him with his flute almost done casting, right? He does not win this fight. So he tries to team with me here, but I'm like, kind of not having any of it, so I just pull up my sword. He goes into the 3 quick shot, but too late, one-tapped. Just dead. I don't know how much health that guy was on. It's totally possible he was already one-tapped, like he was really low health. But dude just gets obliterated, and I pick up his stuff. So, pretty much all the cups I have out the way of this build. Haven't been winning it too much, but I think that just goes to show those few cups I did have right there, just how strong this build is. It is insanely powerful. Bard is definitely still by no means a bad class, right? In trios, he's still basically required to have a good trio, right? His buffs are just so unbelievably useful. But in solos, he's still a menace. I've seen people running around with loot builds, right? You can take reinforced instruments with a loot, get like a blue loot that does some good damage, and you can just bonk people to death. And it works, right? You'll see, I've seen people wipe whole lobbies. I'll put a photo up on the screen real quick. But it is insane how much damage people can do with Bard still. Do I think Bard has been nerfed to the ground from where it was? Absolutely. Bard used to be insanely strong. But is it by any means bad? Not at all. So go into games for yourself, try this out, and dude, I hope it serves you well, man. But Bard is by no means weak. But yeah, with that, basically, to conclude, your rotation is literally keep up your 5 buffs at all times. When you see a person, shriek a weakness, kill them. It's that simple, right? So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. Just a bit of an update from my previous Bard guide that is now big outdated with all the changes that have happened to Bard. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys. Also, join my Discord, link in the description. Join it.